Hello, welcome to Options Brew TV. I am your host, Lex, and today we have a great guest, Joe Masson. I already messed that up, I think, Joe. Say your last name. Sorry.
Masson.
Masson. I even wrote it down, but I wrote two umlauts over the A, and I don't know what the umlaut means.
I gotcha.
Nevertheless, Joe is the founder of Social.Trade. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So This is really cool stuff. It's way over me because I'm an old dude. You can see that Joe's a young guy and he understands all this stuff. So I'm not even going to pretend to understand this. I'm going to let Joe explain what social trading is, safe to say. It's very different from, I think you mentioned earlier, like copy trading. So I'm going to let you take it and tell the audience what's going on here. Because this is really cool stuff.
Thanks. So social trading is kind of a concept that people don't really understand yet. Instead of the normal copy trading manner where you're kind of just selecting someone to follow and then you'll kind of mirror their trades one-to-one in terms of position sizing and position management, such as take profits and stop losses and basically everything that goes into an actual trade. Instead of using someone to be a leader, instead you kind of use them as a idea generator. So you could kind of follow someone else's trade in the sense of, oh, I see that they're buying a SPY 450 call, and based on their previous performances, obviously this person's a successful day trader. So with that knowledge, you can kind of guess that, well, if they're sending out another SPY day trade based on their prior history, this might be a good trade for someone else to follow along with, and it might make them some profit. But as I said, it's not a one-to-one management mirror. So there could be the person who sent out the idea, they closed their trade, but you could still have your own trade open with a take profit set for another 50% or a stop loss that's, 20% wider or whatever it is. And you can kind of, like I said, use people as an idea generator. And even if they have, say, bad ideas, then you could have the capability to kind of take an inverse play, where if they're taking a, $3 OTM call, you could take a $3 OTM put, and you could kind of you could kind of do it like a hedge compared to what they're doing. That's kind of the essence of social trading.
Got it. So social trading then, there's not a necessary suggestion of where the profit exit is and the stop exit is necessarily. I mean, it's not that much of following, is it?
No. So those ideas will be shared. Like, hey, yeah, I sold some of mine at this price, but that's not something you have to follow. It's not something that's automatically followed. It's an idea to you if you want to sell some of yours if you bought it.
Got it. So I'm assuming that a lot of this social trading happens on Discord. Is that kind of the hub for this sort of thing?
Yeah, over the past 2 years, it's really blown up on Discord and Reddit. There was the big, Wall Street bets trend, and ever since then, it's kind of just blown up. And the traditional manner has kind of become fraught with deception and people just marketing themselves entirely wrong and really just deceiving people.
Sure.
So I kind of saw that and I was like, well, this is a great idea. It can be improved upon, and there also needs to be some way to audit these performances.
Got it. So how do you find these? I don't want to say the wrong word. They're not leaders, but are they leaders essentially, or?
You could call them that. That's probably the easiest way to grasp it. But really, what they are is just traders who are sharing their own plays.
Okay, so you don't really go out and find them. They just exist, and they're welcome to share their ideas on your platform.
Yeah, so a lot of Discord servers have reached out to us and they wanted to integrate our platform with their traders. So we went and looked through them all. If they had consistent like post formatting and you could actually tell what they're saying, then some of them would be added. Other ones, if they're one of those people who isn't, marketing it on the up and up, then yeah, they were turned away.
Sure.
But yeah, it's kind of a mutual search, but for the most part, they come to us.
Nice. I love it. So one more question, I'll let you show some of the platform. So when people are sharing their trades or sharing their ideas, whatever, do you find a lot of it option centric? Is it all option centric, or I guess it's not centric anymore? It's all options. But is it mainly options trading, or is there a little combination of stock trading and option trading?
Yeah, so it's mainly options, but there are a few stock analysts, we'll call them. Um, it's probably maybe 10%, but mostly it is options because people are familiar with how it is a leveraged asset and
Sure,
they could make more profit off the same move of a stock. But there are the older audiences who prefer stock trading just because
sure.
it's more risk adverse.
Easy to understand too, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Most people are trading single leg long options though.
Yep.
There aren't really many spreads. I think there's only two or three people that are trading spreads.
Got it. So there, it sounds super directional. You're getting a good leverage with options, safer for sure. So that all works, right?
Yeah, easier to comprehend. You're not risking more than you're actually spending.
Sure. Good. Love it. Okay. Do you want to take us through a little bit on the screen share?
Yeah. So this is our main dashboard. This is kind of where everyone will really be. This
Mhm.
is where, your brokerage really does marry with Discord. So you get a quick account overview of all your brokerages that are linked, the
Mhm.
liquidation values, the total buying power you have left for options specifically, your PL throughout the day. Then you have a little stock chart right there that shows your account balance.
Mhm.
In the bottom left, those are actually the shared trades. So you can see someone at the very bottom, they closed a trade for AMD 422.96 puts. And if someone wanted to go ahead and copy that trade, then what they could do is click that little trade button. It'll
Mhm.
pop up with the bid and ask, and then they can choose to copy it and how many contracts they want.
So,
Uh,
yep. Let me ask a question then. So what when someone's connected and they've authenticated this platform to their brokerage account, all of a sudden all the work is done, and now those trade buttons populate tickets at their brokerage, and off it goes. Very seamless. It sounds
Yeah, yeah. So
awesome.
they can do everything from right here. They don't have to have four different apps usually, or
Mhm.
four apps open that they usually would have to, such as, their Discord, their brokerage app. And if they want news, if they want flow, if they want anything else, we kind of want to just make it all into one app so they don't have
Love it.
to actually lose their edge that they might have had while trading.
Sure, this is great, and I know where you're connected with us, Tradier Brokerage. That's good news. That's one of the brokers. I'm going to tout that, of course. Yeah, this is great. So I want to stress the importance and the ease of being vertically integrated. I'll call it that. I'm not sure that's the right word, but yeah, you're right. You get all of your information here. You click a button. You don't have to copy paste anywhere. I love the flow, man. It looks great too, by the way. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, in the top right, that's kind of where we call it the analyst dashboard.
Hmm.
Um, that's all the channels that you're following, and then within that, there's actually about 21 different settings that you can choose from, so people can select their maximum dollar amount that they want to put into a trade, the maximum amount of contracts they want to buy, if they want to do a limit or market entry, whether they want a stop loss at what percentage, whether it's a trailing, if they want a take profit order, if they want to, at the first time that they trim profit, if they want to move their stop loss to break even. There's virtually everything that they would do in a manual trade, and they essentially just make a trade template. So when it's actually time to make the trade, they're not losing time entering,
Hmm.
one for the amount of contracts and everything like that.
So that's a settings page of sorts. Can you set by ticker, or is it a global setting for the whole portfolio, your whole
So
portfolio?
it's a global setting that you'll use as the trade template, and then
Mhm,
if you can see the little quantity box on the trade log there in the bottom left
mhm.
under the trade button,
Got
that's
it.
your pre-calculated amount of contracts based on your settings, and then you can always just plus or minus based
Sure.
on whatever you want to do.
Nice, nice. This looks great. Very nice. And there's a ticker up top, I see. Good. Yeah, this is clean and easy, right, Joe?
That's the idea.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Uh,
What else is in here? What is the active position? I see. So that's like a portfolio page down the
yeah,
bottom
yeah,
right.
yeah. They can view all of their currently held positions along with any pending orders. They can cancel. They can send partial sales. They can
Mhm,
flatten and sell all of them. Um, Basically, everything that they would do at a normal
mhm.
brokerage app where they would manage their positions, they can do from here.
And then so you can close right from there as well.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
They
Cool.
would just click that little manage button and then a uh, trim is what we call it for like a partial sell. and
Mhm.
then a flatten button would pop up.
Oh, so you get, yeah, I know we're not live on this. We're just looking at a screenshot, but so that's kind of cool. So trim means some part of 100%.
Yep.
And how do you determine what the trim size is? It percentage or an actual contract amount, or you just set it on the fly?
Yeah, so it's percentage based for the trade log on the left, and that'll pre-fill the amount. And then on the right in active positions, it's your currently held positions. So
Hmm.
there's no pre-calculated amount. It's whatever you type in the box and then hit trim.
Got it. Very cool. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that.
Thank you.
Nice. Um, and I know you said earlier that mainly folks who use this in these communities, they're typically doing a single leg option, right?
Yeah,
So that's kind of the preponderance. People are either getting long or short using calls and puts, right? So you're not seeing a lot of spread trading, is what you said. Is that fair?
correct. We're not.
Okay. Do you think that evolves down the road? What's your thoughts there? Is it going to stay pretty much directional like this?
No, we'll definitely expand into spreads. There are a lot of people who are very consistent with them.
Hmm.
But obviously with spreads, it's that 20% of the time that you're wrong that it can really get you in trouble.
Sure.
Um, so we're investigating it, and over time we'll hopefully get more. But for right now, we have the 2 to 3 people.
Oh, okay. So it's not big at all then with the spread side. Interesting. Yeah, I think it seems like maybe this type of community is a little bit more day trader esque as
Yeah,
opposed to swing trading and or investing, right? This is for shorter duration type trades to be in and out. Is that safe to say?
yeah, absolutely. This is where seconds really do matter. Where
Okay.
4 or 5 seconds of a delayed execution could mean 10 or 15%. If he chooses to click on them, yes.
Okay. He's got to click on them. It's not like he can
Yeah.
say, I always want to follow John Doe and Jane Doe and that method.
No, no, no,
Gotcha.
none of it's automated whatsoever. If they want to take a trade, they have to do it on their own behalf.
Perfect. Good. Good. It looks like you pretty much thought of everything here. Looks good.
I don't know about everything, but we're trying to get there.
That's good. That's good. What's the next steps for you? What comes next?
From here, it's really just expanding to as many brokerages as we can, building up the trading user base, and
Mhm.
really just trying to hone our tech.
Yeah, it looks good. Can you? I know it's early, but can you talk about price yet? I'm sure it's a subscription of sorts, right? Are
So
you in a position to talk about that yet?
yeah, I can kind of go into it a little bit.
Okay.
So the platform will basically be free.
Mhm.
We're not going to charge for people to actually join it, but
Mhm.
to be able to use any trade, we'll call them trade leaders.
Mhm.
Um, they would be an individual subscription. So typically, right now, if you wanted to follow some of these people, you'd go into a Discord server. You'd have a membership that only applies to that Discord, and
Mhm.
then you get thrown like 20 or 30 different channels that you go and look through, and you try to
Sure.
find some ideas.
Okay.
Um, so with this model, you'd sub to that individual trade leader, and then you'd
Mhm.
have access to their alerts within the trade log, and you could also interact with their community in a traditional manner as well.
Mhm. And that's all done through your platform.
Yeah.
Got it. And then what about so how do you make your money? Sorry, I don't need to know the actual dollars, but how do you get your share out of it for social.trade?
So we take a percentage of the revenue that is generated to the trade leader, and that way, the only way that we're really making money is if people are consistently using the platform and they're resubbing, and then they're only going to be resubbing if they're profitable.
Sure. Understood. Oh, it's just an awesome model. I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, none of this would be possible if social media hadn't blown up in the last 10 years like it has.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then it kind of got an exclamation point after it when GME became a meme stock and went crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's
That's
what
awesome.
really drove a lot of people to Discord.
Right. Right. Okay.
So this is Trade Tracker. This is kind of where
Mhm.
more normal people will share their trades. This might be kind of um, less vetted ideas, basically,
Okay.
and they're not directly tradable. So this is
Mhm.
what the traditional user how they would share their trade. So they could say they opened a Netflix 250 call,
Mhm.
and if someone wants to go look at that trade, then they can see a quick intraday chart. the top flow, and then there'll be a few news articles there in the middle, and then the actual stats of the trade.
Got it. Very cool. So let's say I'm in your community somehow and I post my trades, right? So how do people find out whether I'm any good or not? I mean,
So
I've got to post an open and a close, I would imagine, for me to have any following, so they know if I'm making or losing money.
yeah, so
Okay.
they can either view you on the leaderboard on Trade Tracker, or they can pull up your individual Trade Tracker profile,
Okay.
and on there it'll say your win rate, your profit factor, your max
Ah,
consecutive losses.
got it.
There's I think there's about 12 different stats that come up when they run that command.
Okay. And that's all inherent in your platform.
So that user-facing breakdown is actually within Discord, because that's where a lot of people are currently when they're
Got
actually
it.
looking for that. But we'll have that within the platform probably within a week or two.
Oh, good. And in terms of Trade Year, when's your official launch? That should be coming up pretty soon, right?
So we actually have it fully integrated and live right now.
Oh, you do? Okay, so
Yeah.
you are officially launched.
Yeah, we have Trade
Got
Year
it.
ready. We have TD ready. We're waiting on Interactive Brokers and
Okay.
another one.
Best of luck to you, and thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
All right, have a good one.